What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we are going to be talking about some new Black Ops 3 information that we just learned from Vonderhaar on Twitter. So, ever since the release of the current gen consoles, the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, with each year that Call of Duty comes out, it kind of further distances the current gen version of the game from the previous gen version of the game. Like in Call of Duty Ghosts, the first game to be on both generations, there really wasn't that big of a difference. Now, obviously, in terms of graphics and stuff like that, it was much better on the current gen version. But in terms of like feature sets and things in the game, like it's not like the current gen version had a lot more than the previous gen version did. And then in Advanced Warfare, we've started to see that gap grow a little bit, especially with all the, little DLC additions and the supply drops and stuff like that, like all the weapons and gear sets they've been adding in. A lot of that stuff is only available on the current gen version of the game. It's not available for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 because those consoles just can't handle it. They don't have the processing power, they don't have the memory, they can't do it. And that's a good sign because that means that they're starting to take advantage of all the power and, just in general advanced technology available in these current gen consoles. So, it means that Call of Duty is evolving and it's becoming better, and that's a step in the right direction. It looks like it's going to be even more so this year with Black Ops 3. So there are quite a few things that aren't going to be available on the previous gen version of Black Ops 3. One of the biggest ones is Paint Shop. Paint Shop is just flat out not in the game on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, which is a pretty big deal. And then we also found out that the data is not going to transfer in between consoles, like your character data, like your level and your KD ratio, all your stats, stuff like that, your unlocks. It's not going to transfer like it has in years past. So check out this tweet right here from Keegan. He says, at David Vonderhaar, will Black Ops 3 transfer data between the old and new gen consoles like Advanced Warfare? And Vonderhaar replies, no. So for the past couple of years with Call of Duty Ghosts and for Advanced Warfare, when you played on Xbox 360 and then, kind of like switched over to Xbox One or played on PlayStation 3 and switched over to PS4, all of your characters, data and information, all those unlocks and everything would still be there. They were both like, kind of linked, and you could switch in between and go back and forth. And that was a great feature for people who, had a previous gen console, were going to upgrade to next gen sometime during that year, and they wouldn't lose all their character progress. So obviously that was a pretty important deal there, and it looks like they're going to be cutting that out this year. It's not going to be like that this year. So again, that's kind of further distancing the current gen consoles from the previous gen consoles. And also something else they've done, they usually announced pretty early, is they used to have like big trade up bonuses. Like, if you bought the game for PlayStation 3 and then upgraded to a PlayStation 4, you could upgrade to the PlayStation 4 game for like, super cheap or maybe even free sometimes and stuff like that. And they haven't announced anything like that either. So this is kind of like a pretty big turning point in terms of the kind of like Call of Duty like cycle here, whatever you want to call it. So it seems like they're really starting to put all their eggs into the current gen version basket. Like, last gen is starting to become irrelevant, and honestly, I'd be surprised if Infinity Ward's next game even came out on last gen. So I don't know, it's kind of a major turning point in the history and the life of Call of Duty. I thought I'd kind of let you guys know, if you're currently on a previous gen version console, then you're kind of screwed here. Like, honestly, if you're still stuck on a previous gen console, I probably wouldn't even buy the game, because it's going to be just kind of like a shell casing of what it would be on next gen. Save some of your money, get your allowance saved up, go get a job, something like that, and try to save up for the next gen version, because it's really just previous gen is becoming irrelevant at this point. So yeah, that's what's going on. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys later. Check out these two videos if you haven't seen yet, and peace out, guys.